Hello Canada, welcome to Ellie's Place. I wanted to chat about the Liberal Party of Canada, the ones who are currently running our country into the ground. There's a lot of things about this Trudeau who people really aren't considering. He has lied to you, he has stolen from you, and he has now put you down as second-rate citizens below illegal immigrants. And I'm going to explain how. First off, I wanted to talk about the bail-in law that he signed. This is where the banks don't get any more taxpayer bailouts, which I don't think they should be getting bailouts anyway. They should be running the proper business practices. But apparently they used to get bailouts from the taxpayers' money, and now he changed that. So that doesn't happen anymore. And normally you would think that's a good thing, but it's not. Okay, because now the bail-in law means the banks can go right into your personal accounts, your checking accounts, your bonds, your all that stuff, and just take money. And they're fully legal to do it. And there's a lot of people who don't understand the whole bail-in law. Another thing is, he goes to Bilderberg meetings. Okay, the Bilderbergs are the world's elite who control the planet, and they pay politicians off to follow their agendas. And basically, so Trudeau doesn't make one decision for this country. It's all made at the Bilderberg meetings every 4 years. Actually, they just had, I think the last one was just in Canada. At millions and millions and millions of dollars in security at the cost of our taxpayer dollars. He also took $250 million of taxpayer money and put it into the Trudeau Foundation. I don't recall him having a consensus about that or asking Canadians if he could do that, but he did, okay? The Trudeau Foundation is a slush fund. Google that. He also gave the Clinton Foundation $140 million, where he said it was only $43 million, but what the fuck is he doing giving our money to Hillary Clinton? What does she do for Canada? Not a fucking thing. So Google that. Because it was all in the news. It was all, and if people are just like, I don't agree with that, but, whatever. You can't know. There's no more of that, okay? You have to give a fuck. It's time. Also, the immigrants that he's bringing in, the illegal immigrants that he's bringing in. I'm not talking about the legal ones that come through proper channels like my family did, my mommy's family and my dad's family. They're both immigrants. I'm the daughter of an immigrant, but they were legal immigrants. They came through the proper channels, okay? These illegal immigrants that he's begging to come over here, he's giving them $4,000 a month on welfare, each person, okay? Even each kid. So they're getting $4,000 a month, and some of these guys have 3 and 4 wives and about 12 children. So think about the money they're getting every month. Also, they don't require pictures on their gun licenses, which they really shouldn't have anyway, because they're not legal citizens. They're illegal immigrants. Why are they allowed to have gun licenses? And why is the RCMP following through with this? It's foolishness, okay? Also signed M103, which is a bill that puts Muslims above Canadians, okay? It implies that we are racist and that we need this law to protect the Muslims. I've known Muslims since my teens that have been here, and not once have I seen any racism from Canadians towards them. I've seen racism from them towards Canadians, but not vice versa. So there is racism in Canada, and it comes from the Muslims. Okay? He also signed Bill C-16. Now, you figure me being transgender, I'd be all for that. But I'm not all for that. I looked at how it was worded, and I could just see it had nothing to do with transgenders, and it was supposed to be the transgender law, but it wasn't, and it isn't. All it is it's a little amendment to the criminal code in regards to gender identity, which just means that anyone can run around, say they're a pink elephant or an ornate building or a fucking dragon. One day they could be one thing, one day they could be another thing. And it's stupid. I'm sorry. I don't go for all these genders, okay? There's a couple I'm okay with, but most of them are just foolishness, and so are all the pronouns that go with them. He also failed to repeal C-51. I don't know if you're familiar with C51. I was all over Facebook trying to get people to read it. I posted it on Facebook. I posted it on people's personal pages. I said, read this. Nobody cared, okay? You see those rights that we had, the Charter of Rights? I went from 11 down to 4, okay, because of that law. We don't have the right to free speech anymore. We don't have a lot of rights that we used to have because of C51. And people are just too, I don't know if they're uneducated or just don't give a shit. But you better read that bill, okay? It's not good. Basically, I grew up in a liberal household. I grew up in a liberal-minded household. But this is not the Liberal Party that existed in the 60s. Trudeau's father sold us out to the globalists in the 70s. And basically that's when everything started going downhill for Canada. And now his son is rapidly sinking us into a hole with the globalists that we'll probably never be able to get out of. We don't have a Trump, okay? We don't have someone who stands up for Canadians and their rights. All he's done is take our rights away and hand them over to illegal immigrants. So I want you to hashtag ditch liberals, simply because they don't know a lot. They don't represent this country. They don't represent the people of this country. They don't represent LGBTs, and this whole pot thing, I'm not buying it. All they've done is take over as the dealers, and they're dealing GMO products, okay? GMO are genetically modified organisms, and they cause cancer. So basically, cannabis cures cancer, but how can it cure cancer when it's causing cancer at the same time? Think about that. There's a lot of things about what he's doing that are totally wrong, and people are ignoring it, thinking that the Liberal Party is all that. Well, look at what Wynne did to Ontario. We were, I don't know, 100 and something billion in debt when she took over. Now we're 450 billion in debt, okay? Because she wanted to fucking pad the pockets of all her little elites buddies and fill her pockets at the same time, leaving us to pay the bill, okay? Leaving us with hydro bills we can't afford, leaving us with gas bills we can't afford. You have to start looking into things. You have to start researching things. It's time to end it. It's time to stop it. And the time is now, Canada. It's time to wake up and realize we're being screwed right up the ass, okay? I'm sorry to put it like that, but that's how it is, and he's not helping any Canadians at all. He turns the police on Canadians with C51. They've taken our rights away, okay? If you wear an anonymous mask or any form of mask that represents opposition to their party, you can get 15 years in prison. Look that up. Basically, I think it's time to change the way voting's done in Canada. We're on a multi-party system, and it doesn't matter if you vote PC or NDP or Green Party or whatever. They're all globalist controlled. They all just want to get in so they can get their piece, okay? And we're going to be paying for it. Think about that. I've been thinking about it a lot in the last 10 to 12 years since I've been trying to wake people up to the Liberals and PCs. Hey, Harper was one of the worst things to ever happen to this country. And people thought he was okay, but you know what? It doesn't matter who you vote for. They're all globalists. They all go to Bilderberg meetings, and they're not allowed to. It's against Canadian law. So look that up. Basically, it's time to hashtag walk away from the whole Liberal Party. Stupid bug. Anyway, I'm going to end this video now. I hope you'll think about it. I hope you'll get online and look things up. It's all there. Everything's in the open. Just people don't care until it affects them. Well, guess what? It's affecting you now. It's affected me a lot in the last 20 years, but it's affecting you now. So you better look it up. Have a boo. Read. And then, before you vote for a party, look at their platform, because it's all right there. It's just how it's worded, okay? I told everyone Trudeau was going to be the biggest farce this country's ever seen, and he is. So, get together, Canada. It's time to ditch liberals, okay? Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.